What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. With me, as always, my name's Toy Father. With me, as always, Danny, Toy Addict 17. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing peachy. How you doing, everybody?
The kisses in the double wave. Love it. We got Unworthy. I wasn't expecting you, but I'm glad you're here.
Always happy to be here.
And we got the Roast Master General right here. We got Clintastic 4.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Can we just talk about that roast? We did just talk about. Let's re-talk about it. Because that was a fantastic episode, Clint. It just shows what a little organization does to a show, and drastically improves the quality of it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, your efforts in that show really like outshined. Like it was so thoughtful. It was brilliant. Like, hey, bravo, my friend.
Thank you.
Like, so how much time did you sink into that? So you collected all the videos, and then you decided how it was gonna be laid out, or
I decided the order, and then I had to write the entire script for pretty much the whole thing. So, I mean, a little effort, but I know I'd get it done. So,
yeah. And Unworthy, Danny, did you guys know what was coming?
Well, no, we didn't know any of the videos.
We knew who was going to be, but we didn't know what anybody was going to be saying. Had no clue at all.
Brilliant.
So the reactions that we had live, that was legit. We had no idea. We set it up so that Clint got him and we couldn't see him.
Yeah. We knew it was something special when Unworthy had mentioned in the chat that, we're gonna just start with our intros, normal intros, and then Clint's like, well, I had something already script written up for the intro. You guys are good. I'm like, yeah, this is either great or scary. we don't know what the hell, but it was great. But it was like I said, like you said, it was like it's really nice to see like how organized it was, but like also us not knowing what people were gonna say, just know who, and just not knowing what Clint had to say. Like Clint was like teasing us like with numbers of how many words he had on his script. So the whole time I'm like, damn, he's been holding on to these words for about 3 years. As long as he's known us, he's been holding on to these feelings. This is the day.
Most of the stuff I say, I already say to your face anyway. So
absolutely, which is great, which is true. Yes, very true. But it was definitely definitely a memorable episode, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I think everything was great. I think all the roasters were great.
You wouldn't change anything?
I wouldn't change anything.
Not even your Jurassic Park outfit?
No, actually, no. I am not. I would actually got a compliment at work. Somebody watched the episode and was like, "Man, you look good." I was like, "I appreciate that. I was like, "They were telling me, they were saying how it was like we were all dressed up." So like, man, that was a real commitment right there. You guys were really dressed up. I was like, "Well, we gotta dress the part," and it was great. Yeah. Like I said, it was fun.
I think next time around it's going to be the host of the roast of Clintastic. I think that's what the next one's going to be.
Or just like the next roast, or like for your next birthday.
Probably the next roast episode that we do.
Yeah.
We'll probably give Clintastic a piece of our mind.
Actually, would love that.
It was great. I think everybody that even like the afterwards, like all the people that jumped on, and like to have Bill jump on at the end and just go crazy. So it was definitely a lot of fun.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, and like Hoodcast, AF, Fallen, and Cobra Dad, and Dead Man One, they all jumped on at the end and gave us their extra roast at the end. Jedi Jack jumped on it. At one point, Danny was like, Well, I think I've got a quote, and I said, "Of course you do, but we're not ending this show, so you might as well hang on to that." We're keeping it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I think it went on for another hour after that first one.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
My computer crashed. It was like 1:15 when my computer died.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
We were on for a
that's a
while.
good sign. We should stop anyway.
I think that there was one part where I think Danny was like, "Oh wait, we're gonna keep going," and then Unworthy's like, "Yeah."
I was so hammered.
He goes, "I've got to
Man.
work." I go, "So do I. You ain't special."
I was so hammered, and it was like at that point where I was like, you know what? I think I'm done here. And then I'm like, and then as soon as I'm like, yeah, I think we're good. We got a quote. Where there's like, you could say a quote, but we're not done. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here? But it was great. Like I said, it was nice to kind of like do something different. And like I remember when we first pitched the idea of doing something like this, we would have never thought in a million years it would be this great. I mean, we thought it would be funny, but we never thought that it would be great. And it's good to kind of get people that are not
Like the roast or the show.
the roast. Like we didn't. It was nice, but also I was gonna say it's really nice to get people to actually come out of their comfort zones, like Gimbo, right? Come out of his comfort zone and do something like that. Because a lot of the comments we had gotten before the videos was like, "Man, this is so hard. I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative about
It
you
is
guys." And
hard.
we're like,
it was hard.
it was like, say whatever you want. I mean, some
Let us
people were
have it.
ready. Yeah, so it was really nice to get people like Gimbo, Jedi Jack, even Vice from the Chain Brothers. How cool is that to rap freestyle a roast? Like who like that was such the most unique way of roasting somebody. So I thought again, everything was so well put together. So
It's a good thing.
Yeah, again, a lot of work I know Clint put into that, so that was awesome. And then, I mean, it was wonderful to see just the love that you guys got from the community. You guys are loved, all of you guys. Like, so you should know that, and I hope you felt that. So
we did.
Definitely.
After I cried for a few hours and did a couple of sit-ups here and there, I was doing crunches.
when you turn 50, Danny, it all comes downhill.
Good. Danny got upset about the jokes about his size, and at one point, I don't remember where it started, but somebody started making references that I'm racist, and I was like screaming into the microphone. I'm like, I'm not racist. I am not a racist person. You stop these jokes now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man. No, we know we know what we signed up for, so we knew it was going to be. We knew there were going to be a few people on there that were going to like not pull the punches back. They were gonna let us have it. So we appreciate those people. Thank you everybody who tuned in and watched. And even we were even getting roasted like in the chat. Like I was reading the chat, and like I kept seeing like I look like Mr. Hammond from Jurassic Park and all these jokes, and like I look like I'm gonna go drop off a stash of cocaine or some shit. Like it was a bunch of comments, and I'm like laughing, reading the comments because the people in the comments were like roasted too. I'm like, these fucking guys. Spare no
choice says Spare Notes best standing can pull off those Furies dressed up as a dinosaur. Diggsface says Clint is a national treasure. Lulu Malone.
Yes, he is.
He is.
I agree. He is a national treasure.
88 joined on early. Said we're gonna need more World War II action figures. I don't know about that. And what's up, Machu? How you doing, buddy?
Hopefully, when we review this movie one day, whatever
we need a month. We need a month for episodes.
So I can't go on next week, but all right, let's put this on for February, whatever, 1st or whatever that might be.
Okay.
Let's go with February 30th. How's that?
And then
the end of the month. The end of the month.
Then we put Benuary to rest, and then the next movie will be The Notebook.
Yeah, that's
for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, yeah. Can we do a scene? Can we do like a scene like we did on?
Yes, we're doing scenes.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna do the scenes from the movies. Like I already looked up a few. I really wanted Clint. Yes, exactly.
For The Notebook.
Yep. I was thinking of Pearl Harbor. There was a good scene that I wanted Clinton and Toy Addict to do. I haven't even gotten to it in the movie, but I just read it. I was like, oh, this one looks good.
So when we watch it,
yeah.
I'll-
So for those of you who tuned in just to watch the Pearl Harbor, sorry
Mhm.
guys, it's a 3-hour movie and none of us got our act together to watch all of it. So
Oh,
See,
hell no.
when I suggested this theme month, I intentionally was not thinking of this movie because I'm like,
Yeah, who did suggest this?
I don't know who suggested this
I
one.
think somebody in the chat did.
I was thinking more like Daredevil or that kind of stuff.
that would have been good.
Gone
Daredevil,
Girl.
Dogma, Gone Girl. Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah.
I will tell you, first impression of Pearl Harbor, that this movie is rough. Like it's
Yeah.
I said this in the chat, like historical fiction, it's tough on me. Like I can't
Yeah.
I have to get into a mindset when I watch it as a
Yeah.
movie. But not even that, just like bad historical fiction is like real bad.
Yeah.
Like there were like that scene between Kate Beckinsale and Ben, like on the stairs. Like I'm like, this is so bad. We could I can't wait to talk about it more, but
I will say, like the special effects and music was good.
okay, yeah. Dick's fix. Switch the movie. We have the technology. I mean, we could. No one's objecting.
No,
No.
No.
All
You
right.
won't hear me object to.
Then
not
let's do
having to watch it.
Daredevil. I like Daredevil. I think
Let's do
Daredevil's a
Daredevil.
good idea.
Let's do Daredevil. Yeah.
Let's do
I
Daredevil.
like it.
All right, let's do
Let's do
Daredevil. And I didn't even know Jennifer Gardner was in this movie, Pearl
Yeah.
Harbor.
Yep.
Was this before Daredevil?
Yep.
Oh, is that where they met?
Mm.
Weren't they a thing? Like,
Yeah,
They
they have,
were
a kid,
at one
they have a
point.
kid together.
2 actually.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after either just before Elektra or after Elektra.
Mm.
Wait, Elektra was after Daredevil, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
intentionally
Pearl
put
Harbor.
him-
You're saying Pearl Harbor was after Elektra?
no, or what was after Elektra? Them having kids, or them splitting?
Yeah, them having kids was after.
No, because this was way before Daredevil, because this was even before Alias came out. So
What? Pearl Harbor
Harbor.
was?
yeah,
No way.
yes, wait,
That was
Why would
before Alias?
yes.
She looked older there.
I
Alias,
don't
she
even
was
know what
like
Alias is.
Alias. Like I had the biggest crush on her during Alias. That's a good show. A young up and comer named Bradley Cooper was also in it.
Mhm.
That was a good show. No Chewing says the director's cut with Coolio. If we can find the director's cut, I would suggest the director's cut.
That
You
one
probably
might be
buy it
tough
on
to find,
Amazon.
though,
You think so? Yeah, I think it might be hard to find.
because I know
Yeah.
back in the day I had the DVD of the director's
Yes.
cut.
Yeah.
All right. If I find it, I'll tell you guys.
All right.
Or if someone in the chat can find it, let us know. All right. So Daredevil. Oh man, you don't even know.
What a relief.
Yeah, seriously. It's like someone just told me I didn't have to write that 5-page paper.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously. It's a rough watch. Yeah, it's long.
Oh my god.
I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even start to watch it. Like, I was
Me
like,
neither.
Like
I didn't even.
I'm just gonna phone it in.
It was definitely made for someone who hates Ben Affleck. Like,
Maybe that was the reasoning behind getting me to watch it, because
like if someone who
hate
hates
Ben
Ben Affleck really would hate this movie.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. It's just something about him. I just want to grab him by his ears and just headbutt him. Like, I don't know.
So you didn't. So I guess we didn't really get into this. Why Ben Affleck so much?
Something about his face. I don't know. I just don't like him. I think he's not that great of an actor. I think, and he's just annoying. And, something about his mushy face. It really got bad when he got casted in Batman. Like that's when, like, it went all time high as far as my hatred for him. I was like, how dare they take something I love and cast this shit bag in it.
So, like, really, your hatred came after Batman or Superman,
No,
whatever.
it
Justice
was
League.
I had it before, but it really peaked. It went to the highs, the extreme highs that it's at now. Afterwards.
Oh, interesting. I guess your arguments are not wrong. You know, he is not a. I'm surprised how he's a good director, definitely. Which is surprising. Did you ever watch that Family? I'm all over the place. Did you ever watch that Family Guy where it's like, Will, not Will. I'm thinking Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They're like sitting on the couch trying to write Good Will Hunting, and
I remember that.
Matt Damon's like, at the computer typing it, and then he goes, "What do you think, Ben?" And Ben's like, "Do you have any more weed?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how I imagine their friendship. He's definitely, yeah.
He's the less talented of that bromance for sure.
Yeah, he is. Did he won an Oscar though, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He did, right?
They-
For director?
they gifted him.
No, for writing.
Writing. Okay. Oh wait, for Good Will Hunting? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, this is Toy Talk. Do we have any toys to talk about?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I do.
I got pretty rottenly spoiled for my birthday week, so
Yeah, let's hear about it.
I got plenty of good stuff.
Do you guys do cakes on your birthdays? Like, what do you guys?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. We didn't have any cake. I'm not a sweets kind of guy. I don't really eat I don't like eat too much ice cream or cake or anything sweet, really.
Did you put a candle on your steak then, or in your venison?
No, I actually did have a big meaty venison steak though for my birthday.
Nice.
And some eggs, yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. All right. So what'd you get spoiled with?
So first thing that I got for my birthday, courtesy of Toy Addict here, is the
Nice.
Green Goblin.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't lose the extra head and stuff. I just don't know where they are at the moment. They're around.
I don't think you need it. That's the only head you need for that.
Yeah.
This was the first thing I got.
That's a good one.
Courtesy of my boy up here. He found it. I had been looking for it. And then he also found Wonder Woman for me.
Oh, nice. How do you like that one?
I love it. It's an incredible figure.
I gotta see this. Hold on.
The only complaint I will have is that her hair is very stiff. So like I have to heat her up quite a bit if I want to have her looking up. Like I gotta heat up her head and then hold her head until it cools. But I love it. She looks perfect. She's got the booty she's supposed to, the thighs she's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Great face sculpt.
She needs the booty.
She did have to have the thighs. So it was
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the custom that Machu did?
Oh, it's so
He
good.
took
Yeah.
the Power Princess buck
Yeah.
and then spent all night repainting it into Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It was
I'm gonna like find one and send it to him and pay him.
Right?
To paint it
Yeah,
for me.
he should. Like that.
He did such a good job.
Oh my god. He's like, hey, check out this thing I did. I was like, oh my god. He
So
did
where do
that
you get the
overnight.
time? Where do you get the time to do that?
He just stays up late. Like
Oh.
kind of like No Chewing, but later than No Chewing.
Oh.
And then I got this big bastard.
Yes.
Whoa.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Is that a McFarlane thing?
Yeah.
Cool. It comes with
I got
those
myself this from the from Amazon. Yeah, this is an Amazon exclusive.
That's cool.
Comes with the dog and the space hog, and then there's a guitar too, but I just knocked it off. It fell behind my desk.
That's awesome. Wow.
And then my friends from the local comic shop, they hooked me up with some stuff to hang on my wall.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Cool
nice.
Bizarro comic from the Forever Evil.
Cool.
And then they follow me on Instagram, and they're like, they love my No Justice collab, so they hooked me up with all of the No Justice covers.
That's awesome, man.
All of them?
Ooh.
Yep. So there's the No Justice one, which
Wow.
has the Team Wonder, Batman, Superman,
guys.
Starro,
I'll be back.
Starfire,
Mm-hmm.
Sinestro, and Martian Manhunter from Team Wonder. And
That's dope,
then
man.
Team Empathy, Batman, Deathstroke, Beast Boy, Lex Luthor, and Lobo.
Nice.
And then the Mystic Team, Wonder Woman, Demon, Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and Raven.
Now, is Wonder Woman's outfit black and gold in that cover?
Yeah, so they all have different outfits from the
Oh.
It's like
story.
that's
They're all-
Power Princess.
It's all they're Brainiac suits. Basically.
Oh, okay. That's dope, man.
And
Nice.
Team Hope, Flash, Cyborg, Harley Quinn, Robin.
Now, what's that story? I haven't read that story. What is that story about?
So this story was about this was after Death Metal and or Dark Knight's Metal. It was after the Source Wall got busted, and there was some more threats coming through that were gonna kind of destroy the world. And
Okay.
Brainiac collected all of the different teams and then brought them on his ship. And he's like, "Listen, I don't like any of you. I want you all to die. But unfortunately, if I let you all die, then everybody else everywhere dies as well." So he put them in these teams. He set up the teams and then sent them off to stop the which ended up being in part his son, Brainiac's son, that was part of the problem. But it's a great read. That's where I got the No Justice collab idea from, because like the overarching theme is like basically working well with others.
Yeah.
So like the No Justice collabs, it's a lot of different people. So it's like that's where I got the name.
That's dope, man. That's dope how you got that whole concept of the story, and then you incorporate it into the collabs. That's whole.
So this is the second set of 4 that I've got, and the first one was like the chase covers. So this one, I'm thinking what I want to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to make like a frame for them. And then I'm going to like have the backdrop of the frame that's got like random shots from all of the No Justice collabs. And I think it's the year anniversary of the No Justice collabs. I'm going to do a giveaway thing.
Oh, nice. That's dope, man. What else did you get, man? Besides you got the Goblin, you got the Lobo, you got Wonder Woman, you got the comics, you got the
Owlman.
The Owlman.
And then so this is another one Danny found for me. And then sent it to me. And then I went into my Walmart today and they had like 15 of them sitting on the back of my
did they
Walmart.
really?
So I was like, that's all right, I got it. I wanted it, I have it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I think that Lobo is like probably like the one thing I'm like, where am I gonna put that? But that looks amazing.
Yeah, it is. I did not know how big it was when I got it. I wasn't expecting it. And then the shipper box that they sent it in, it was massive. It was like twice the size of the box that the toy actually came in.
Yeah.
The box that Amazon shipped it in. So when the UPS dropped it off at my house, it's this box that's almost as tall as me, and I was like, must be I was thinking my wife ordered a new vacuum, like something crazy. Like, I don't know. I didn't order anything that big on Amazon, so I didn't know what it was.
But it was light.
Well, it wasn't until I picked it up and tilted it, and then you hear the box on the inside slide all the way down.
Yeah.
It's like, those rain sticks where you tip it one way and all the rice goes down, you tip the other way and it goes down.
Yeah.
What was in this?
Well, wow.
Cool.
You definitely got a lot, and that's awesome that your comic book shop hooked you up.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I've read the story, but I'm gonna do the frame, like the frame thing with all the No Justice collab shots, and give it away. Give them away.
Nice. That's a great idea. Clint, you didn't get anything.
Nope.
Cool.
He's just still making car payments. He can't afford toys.
Yeah.
Are you anticipating anything?
Mm-hmm. The 3 Wolverine 2-packs.
When are those? Are those coming out soon? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't.
It's
think they were.
Hasbro. You never know.
Yeah, I didn't
They
think
have
were.
my money, so
Yeah. So you got all 3. Do you got Patch? You got. Oh, you didn't get that one.
so I didn't get Patch or. Yeah, I just didn't get Patch, but I got the other 3.
So there's the Psylocke one.
Mm-hmm. Psylocke, Lilandra, Sabretooth.
Oh, Lilandra. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's the
Oh, you
one.
did get the Brood Wolverine one,
Well, not for the Brood one, but
Lilandra.
yeah, that's okay. Basically, in all those 2-packs, I don't care about the Wolverine figure. It's the other character I'm going for.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was gonna try to get the Sabretooth one, but it was sold out before I remembered that it was even up.
Yeah, the Sabretooth one I'll keep. I need a good Sabretooth.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, how about you? What did you get?
First off, I got the Animal Man from Unworthy. Unworthy gave me Animal Man. I showed that one.
I almost picked that one up.
Yeah, he knew I wanted Animal Man, so he definitely got me that one. Appreciate you. My wife, my ex-wife and kids, they got me this Ulanzi softbox light that I wanted.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, they ordered me a softbox light, which I attempted to use, and it's been working so far in the photos that I've been doing. And then a lot of the other stuff had been just me spoiling me, because I usually don't like to go crazy on my birthday. Like I usually don't want, I rather like little like homemade cards and stuff like that from the kids. I got a blanket from my daughter, and then I got some other stuff. My son, he hooked me up too. So they baked me a cake, so it was really nice. And then I had soup for my birthday for dinner. It was homemade soup.
Homemade soup.
Homemade soup, yeah, homemade soup, chicken
With
noodle soup.
Not from the anime store.
Sofrito, sazon, all of it, the works.
Sofrito and sazon.
My ex-wife showed up and she threw down, man. Big old pot of soup, man. I ate like 3 times. It was great. As far as what I bought to treat myself, dude, I've been like heavy into the kaijus, to the Godzilla verse, Monsterverse, and I bought the SH
-1
on Godzilla, which I opened today. He's great. He's a little small compared to the other ones. Yeah, they're a little small, but it's detailed. Is great. Haya Toys has my money, so I didn't know this was a non-articulated one, so I ordered the articulated one. But this is called the Stylus one because it's like a statue, PVC statue of Godzilla.
Oh, that's cool though. Is that -1 too?
No. This is the legendary Godzilla from the legendary movies. But he's dope, man. Like again, it's like a figure. Cool. It's just non-posable. It's detailed as hell. Like it's painted really nice.
Well, Godzilla only really hits 1 or 2 poses anyway.
Yeah. And then I got Kong, who comes with a bunch of like head sculpts.
Is that Haya too?
This is Haya Toys. So like I started with these two. I started with the SH -1. From there, I was like, all right, I want more. So I ended up buying these 2. And then I ended up buying, then after I ordered the articulated Godzilla, but then I ended up spending extra money on ordering Ghidorah and one of the skull crawlers. Because I really wanted it. Yeah, I wanted them all. So yeah, I ended up was like looking through my stuff too. I had a buddy of mine about, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, who passed away a while ago. He had buildings. He had like for like displays, like torn buildings. He had given them to me because at the time I had that's when I had purchased the actually I took the photo today of the Kong, the NECA Kong, and I used to collect all the Godzilla NECAs. He gave me the buildings. So he gave me like 3 buildings, and I ended up taking them out, using them for my photos lately. I just like pumping them out, like, oh, I'm gonna use these now. So I've been using those buildings for the photos I've been taking, and then the Ulanzi fog machine too. So
Mhm.
a lot of the stuff that I purchase is like a lot of the stuff that I have is stuff that I bought. And then and I think expecting now I have I think hopefully if not tomorrow Wednesday I'll have NECA's Nosferatu and I'll have the Jester and the 6-shooter from Puppet Master.
Oh
I'll have
man,
those guys.
Puppet
Yeah.
Master.
So I'm excited for those.
I have a movie
Other than
that
that-
scarred me.
Right. Other than that, I really don't have much. Like I just have everything that I just buy as I go. But like I've been really heavy on these kaiju monsters. They've been dope.
Yeah, I have the SH Kong versus Godzilla, both the Kong and the Godzilla. They are small, but that's like, I love that
Yeah.
scale
Yeah.
because it's nothing ridiculous that I can fit
Yeah.
into my collection. It's they fit with my Mezcos.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
They're
the
really,
details
really
are
nice.
fantastic, and they take a great photo. I do. Have you seen the Super 7 Godzilla -1?
I have them pre-ordered.
Do you? Yeah, I've been really thinking about that one.
So I've been looking at the reviews of the Super 7. So the Super 7s, they look great, but they're kind of like a little bit like NECAs. They don't articulate as much as the higher ones do.
Oh, higher one.
Higher ones articulate way more. You're muted.
More than the Monster Art ones.
Oh,
More no. Monster Arts are SH. Those
Yeah.
articulate. I'm talking about
Those
like
articulate.
the Super 7 articulate, and they come with like an extra head.
but
They're
not
just
as
really
much
good.
as Haya.
Not as much as Haya, and not as much as SH.
Did Haya make a -1?
They did. They have it's right back here somewhere. But like I think the reason they're really cool is because they're about 7 to 8 inches tall, so they're
Okay.
really big, and they scale well like with the NECAs. Like they really like what you didn't get from a NECA toy, you're gonna get from a Super 7.
Oh, the Super 7 scale. That. What is the highest scale?
Highest scales. Well, Kong is 6 inches. You put a Marvel Legend next to him, he scales well with a Marvel Legend.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like 7-8 inches. Maybe the Godzilla. This Godzilla right here is about 7 inches, maybe 8, close to 8. But like I think the Super 7s are about that scale, also maybe close to 9. But like I've been watching like the reviews, they're great. They look great and they scale really nice because they're big. But I think these are like if you want, it's kind of like if you want to get the Super 7 is. Super 7s are great, but like if you wanted their the Haya and the SH are like the Rebel Tech. You got to be able to like pose them because they have gaps sometimes. So when you turn them, you could kind of see like the cracks and like the seams and shit a little bit. So you got to know how to like pose them up a little bit. So I've been trying to like learn how to do that. But other than that, they're great. All of them.
The Haya was something I really did think about. I may have to revisit after you just typed them up like that.
Well, I have Godzilla coming in. So what I'll do is when I open them, I'll call you.
Please let me know.
I'll let you know. Like I'll do like a video or something like that. Or
The
even,
-1?
not the -1. That's the Super 7 and the S8s. They haven't made Haya hasn't made.
So Haya hasn't made a -1.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. They only have I believe they only have the currently the only rights to some of the legendary and maybe some of the old ones, but from what I've seen legendary monsters only.
Got it. I just love the look of that -1.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's back here. I took a photo of him today, but then he's so daggone spiky, he was hurting my hands.
And this is
-1.
so that's Haya.
This is SH. This is not.
Oh, that's the SH. Got it.
Yeah. So if you see the tail, it has a bunch of points of articulation on the tail. Like it turns on it has like 2 points here. The arms articulate really good. It's just they're little.
Yeah, I do love that one.
You went from having like no kaiju to having so many that it confuses us which ones.
No, I have. That's the thing. I have kaijus. I just don't take photos of kaijus. I haven't taken photos of kaijus. Like I
might.
have them.
That one's expensive too.
I have the NECA release when the first Godzilla movie came out. NECA released a big old it kind of was like almost like a 1/6 scale version of them. And it has like the sound and everything. Like I have that one in a room and I never opened them.
Gosh. That one
Yeah, but
looks
this
so
one is
good.
but the thing is that
It's so
these are
expensive.
so daggone pricey.
Yeah, you got a good deal on that one too.
Yeah, it was like 150. I paid for him.
That's, believe it or not,
I
a good
remember me
deal.
and Diggs Figs. I know Diggs Figs was in the chat. Me and Dig, I mentioned it to Diggs Figs. Diggs was like, "Wow, I didn't know they had one." I was like, "Dude, you should go check it out." And like we went,
It's
he had
sold out
showed me
everywhere.
he checked the website and they wanted like almost $200, like 194. I was like, "Yeah, they could keep that Godzilla. I don't want them."
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
here's my luck. I went to the store to a shop and then I ended up finding them. He was the only one, so I
150.
know. Huh?
Yeah, 150. Great deal.
Nah, definitely. And he's really good. Like like I said, he articulates really well. Tail goes up, head moves,
Yeah,
jaw
that looks great.
articulates, detail looks great, and you can put him with the buildings. And he
Here, hold on.
looks.
Let me just solo you again. All right, because I gotta see this. Yeah, looks cool.
Look at that tail.
Yeah, that's cool.
Crazy
That's
dope.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. Is he like my top Godzilla figure that I own right now? No, he's not.
Oh, really?
Like I like him a lot, but he's not my favorite one. Only because I know they're gonna release more. Like High is probably gonna release some, and they're gonna release more. And but so far I like the look of it.
Oh gosh, you're gonna get me into a kaiju like
Dude,
Google
I have
show.
been when I tell you I have been on a whole like buying a shit ton of kaijus. Like I got a bunch of them like pre-ordered. The one I really want is Ghidorah. I want Ghidorah the most. That's like my favorite. He's my favorite monster. That's the one I want.
Ghidorah.
So,
Is he the
Ghidorah,
turtle?
He's the three-headed monster.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the three-headed monster. That's the one I want the most.
Yeah, SH made that one.
Yeah, SH made that one, but Haya has one, and it looks way better.
Oh, does it?
Oh, way better. And it's definitely it's less too, because I think the SH one is like $200 or more, and the Haya one is like 150. Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna be googling Godzilla
dope,
after
man.
this.
They're dope, man. I'm telling you, they're freaking awesome. I want this like whole display, and I mean it's still kind of in my wheelhouse. They're classic monsters, not the universal monsters, but they're kaiju monsters.
That's
Why
right.
not?
I got a few things too. I finally opened up Not the Mama.
Oh man, that's easy top 5 right there.
He's amazing.
He looks great.
Like really, just like right out of the show. Like seriously, like
Yeah, it is
wow.
really good looking.
I
saw the baby. I saw the baby this weekend when I was out and about.
Yeah, this one. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and he's like he will, if you throw this at someone, they will probably die. Like oh my gosh, it is like
He's hefty.
It's like a rock. Second one I got was a 5K order. This is V Toys. I have no idea who he is, but he's cool looking. I pre-ordered this a long time ago when I had was just totally unhinged with my pre-orders. So but I really do like the sculpt. I love the accessories. The sword is cool. It comes with a whole bunch of other accessories. It comes with a cool pot. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, he's pretty neat. I like him. He's kind of
like a cooking pot.
It's like a clay pot. I don't know where the stuff is. But like one of those clay pots, like in maybe if you ever watch like Drunken Master, he like drinks out of a clay pot like that. So yeah, this guy's cool. I dig it. The next one is probably the one that I really like the most. So that I was really excited for. It came today. No Chewing has been talking him up and like showing him in my face. So I just kind of sucked it up and went on eBay to look for him built. And that's Amadeus Cho.
Nice.
Amadeus Cho build a figure. I didn't want any of the other figures that were associated, but man, he is awesome.
He does look good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really is like such a great Hulk figure.
That head sculpt looks great.
The head sculpt's wonderful. Comes with 2 sets of hands, 2 fists, and then 2 open. I mean, honestly, it's a Hulk figure, so he's awesome.
Is that the MCU Hulk Build-A-Figure body?
That's a great question. It very well could be, to be honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a Build-A-Figure. You know how some of the Build-A-Figures feel like hollow inside?
Yeah.
This is like hefty. It's pretty cool.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, I really dig them. I really like. So I got them for. I bought them like fully built for like 80.
It's not bad.
So not
That ain't
bad.
bad.
Less
That's
than what I would
you
have
would
paid.
have. Yeah, you bought the whole wave.
Exactly. So, and yeah, he's dope. I mean, I don't have an Amadeus Cho. I don't think they'll ever make him like this again. So, I don't think I've ever been. The only other Build-A-Figure that I've been really happy with are maybe the other two are Dead Venom Pool
Yeah.
and maybe the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. That one was cool too.
Mm.
These are probably the top 3 Build-A-Figures for me.
Same.
Yeah, that's and
Yeah.
this.
Fog machine. Yep. I think it's awesome.
I'm gonna start doing videos where they're just like this, and then the figure pops up like that.
Did you learn how to work it? Because I was watching the video. Like I had to watch like a YouTube video to kind of learn how to work that.
So the only thing that I hope you don't do is what I did was you fill see this like thing right here?
Yeah, you got to fill it.
You got to fill it, but there's this like there's this
Yeah,
like thing here that you fill it up. I tried to fill it up in here. Don't do that.
No, I already filled mine up. I watched the YouTube.
Did
No, yeah. It says you have to let it sit for 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Like once you fill it, you put the port in and you let it sit for 3 minutes, and then you learn how to function it, and then you work it. It kind of like sits there.
That's a good look for you, Chris. It's like you're taking big old rips.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. Was it Friday? I think I did a different stream on Friday with Machu and No Chewing. We're just playing with our fog machines.
All you seen, it looked like they were all baking. Like
Yeah.
You don't have a fog machine? Be a lot cooler if you did.
Skydro was on our stream, just in the chat saying Chris is smoking out. Yeah, this thing's cool. I got to figure out how to.
Holy shit!
There's a lot.
Smoke alarm's gonna go off.
I know.
Oh, God. That was the problem on the show. You always kept complaining about the fire alarm.
Yeah, I know. No Chewing's like it could set it. I mean, Macho was like it could set it off. I was like, okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna try to figure out how to use them with shots. It really does linger. Jeez.
No, it does.
Now that's Ulanzi made that?
Yeah. You know how much it was? $80.
That's not.
It's
bad.
not $80 anymore. No, it's like 100 now, right?
Oh, it is. Oh,
It's
man.
black. It was a black. We got it on Black Friday deal.
Yeah.
Not a bird, not a plane sent me a link for one that he uses. I don't know if it's the same one. It was the Amazon link. Came with like these big, fucking look like gallon milk jugs of the liquid that you put into it.
Okay. How much was it?
I want to say it was about $80.
Oh, really? That's a good.
Might have been the same one.
Good price. I mean, I think Machu has like one that's like Smoke Genie. That's very expensive. And then like I want to say more than 300.
Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
And then
No, is that one is like if you put it down on the side, like the smoke will kind of stay low?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it has different settings and stuff like that, and it doesn't make a lot of noise. It's pretty quiet. Then No Chewing got a Kickstarter of the Smoke Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 300.
Mm.
So we're just comparing. Honestly, like this is fine.
Yeah.
$80.
Even if they didn't make that, just buy us go on Halloween, during Halloween, or even after Halloween, get the smoke machines for half off and get the liquid, and you're fine because
Yeah, you're fine too.
It's the same thing. You're gonna pay what,
Same.
$20, maybe $30 the most.
Or just
for
use some atmosphere aerosol. That's it. Like
I use this, and I'm not condoning that for anybody else. Don't.
a
start
lot of
making
but a
this
lot of
do
people
that.
Skydro
use
does that.
A lot of people use
yeah.
it.
I
Skydro
just take a big old lungful and blow it out and take a picture.
Yeah, I know 88 does that. 88 does that.
I think that smoke machine is probably a lot healthier of an option.
Not if you
I mean,
breathe it, but yeah.
these are
No.
$20 a piece, so I just am going to use these for now.
Well,
I
if
buy
I didn't
too
have
many
the
toys.
Yolandi,
I buy too many toys though for an expensive smoke machine.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all do.
well, if I didn't have the smoke machine and you would have told me to buy one of those vapes, I probably would.
Yeah.
Just to do this.
Yeah. Well, you can't blow like that. You got to like get real low and real slow.
Does it? You're like, tick, 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 tick.
Get that auto shutter release, and I'm down there
Yeah.
underneath my camera.
Does like if you do that often enough, does it leave any residue on your figures or anything like that? The vape?
I don't. Not that I've noticed.
Okay.
Maybe.
You're gonna try it, Chris?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, well,
vape?
because I know this stuff does.
Oh,
Oh,
it
will
does?
it?
Yeah, if you do it a lot, like mainly like on glass or like on
Yeah.
your dios and stuff. So
Oh,
you just have to.
I know Fallen from Hoodcast, he uses well, I think he said he uses like cigarettes from time to time. Like he says that they will leave a film.
Oh yeah, no
That
doubt.
smoke will leave a
Yeah.
film on your figures.
So yeah, don't buy anything used from him. It's gonna smell like smoke.
Well, no, he does. No, it's not like that. And like out in his garage, like he had some that was in his garage, and he was saying that when he would smoke out in the garage, some of the toys would come with a film or whatever. But he don't usually sell his stuff like that anyway.
Got it.
Anything he sells is still in the box.
Got it.
Hmm.
It's crazy how much like that smoke can just leave a residue like that, you know?
Mhm.
yeah. Don't they give you the ingredients to make the liquid too?
Yeah, for Ulanzi, they do a they give you like a makeshift like here's the bootleg like fog juice. Like
Yeah.
that's how you make it. It's this many parts, which is awesome because no other company has done that.
Yeah.
So again, another great option.
I'm surprised they did that because it seems like if you use the wrong shit and broke their thing, you'd have to buy a new one. You know, it's like job security for them.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of crazy. I mean, that's why I really do dig it. Like this is a cool remote too. Like so I can just
Yeah.
shutter, smoke, whatever.
Yeah.
They probably give that recipe out because they had so many. Like, did they have a warranty on it? And it's like they get it back from warranty, and they're like, "You didn't use our liquid." And they're like, "No, I swear we did." And they're like, "All right, well, let us just start telling you how to make bootleg liquid, so you don't have to keep dealing with us."
The bootleg liquid. That's pretty cool that they did that. But yeah, those are the things that I got. I enjoyed it. I gotta figure out how I can. I don't really do fog in my shots, but I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
I like how you said you bought this. You're like, "Oh, I bought this thing for taking shots, but I don't really use fog."
I don't. I have 3
have
cans
to
of
now.
atmosphere aerosol that I haven't used really.
You know, funny enough, that's how my obsession with McFarlane figures started. Was I wasn't anti-McFarlane. I was like, I'm not buying this crap. And then I bought a couple for Blitzfig's collab, and I was like, these aren't that bad. I'm gonna start taking pictures of them. And now it's like it's all.
And that's up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just have all fog shots for the rest of my tenure.
I think you could do it. You know, you get your little brick light and put it down, and then you put the fog over it so that like the fog is different colors. I dig it.
That's a good idea. Yeah, we'll figure it. I'll figure it out. Again, like when before this one came out, I looked up like fog machines on Amazon, and surprisingly, all of them are aimed at magicians for some reason.
Yeah.
in like
I could
magic
believe that.
tricks. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could too. I don't understand like how. I guess you could have a remote and just like start doing the smoke, and then
They probably, if they have a
Peter
really
trick.
good assistant, they don't even have to worry about it. Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a smoke. But we're gonna say something.
No.
I was gonna say if you're not gonna use it for shots, you should use it for like a TPC or a Toy Talk intro for yourself. Like before you come on, just put a bunch of smoke and then
And
like
then
come
just
out
and
like
then
some
come out.
lasers and just come
Yeah.
out and go, do like the gold, do like Goldberg, get little sparklies, hold little sparklies, and do like Gilbert and start doing the Goldberg.
That's oh man, that would be great. That would definitely
Yeah.
set off my
Like the old WWE promos,
yeah.
and
Right.
introducing.
I'd have to I definitely have to film that outside.
Yeah, do one like, hey, for the
Just take the
TPC.
batteries out of your smoke detectors. No big deal.
That would I just like put a lot of smoke and then hold like 5 sparklers in each hand.
Yeah.
For real, you should.
Not what Goldberg did.
Gilbert, not Goldberg. Gilbert.
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 Gilbert. Oh man.
Gilbert.
This is the Godzilla I was telling you about, the one NECA had made.
Oh geez, that thing's huge.
Yeah, they made this one. They made the little one first, the big one first, and then they had released. It's a 2014 one, but this is the one that does the noise. You press it here.
Which is that from the movie?
Yeah, the first movie.
Damn, he looks cool.
Now this one's dope. I had bought this one a couple of days ago. This is from the newer movie. Everybody has this one, but I don't. You have to add like smoke to it, but it does the whole like.
Oh yeah.
This thing is freaking dope.
Yeah, now he's like pink.
Yeah,
He's powered up.
I know. I'm looking forward to the movie. Hopefully
Me too.
Those last two that you showed, they look like they would scale pretty well with like the little page punchers, like the mini.
These
DC
ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you could
Good
do
idea.
some of those Justice League versus Godzilla shots.
Yeah.
That's a great.
This is the one I used to take photos of, but at the time I used to like I only had like maybe 2 photos of him. But I only took photos with my phone, so it was really hard. That's when I was first starting. So it was like, how do you take photos of something this big? I was like, oh yeah, you gotta buy a fucking camera to take a photo of him. Or you gotta be a good photographer to take photos of him.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you did.
Well, hey, you guys are good. You guys are pretty good. I did have a discussion question. I thought we change subjects from toys.
Okay.
So what's a show or a movie you think that could use a reboot right now, and who would you cast in it? So while you guys think about that, I've been hoping for this, and I've heard rumors, but I would love a new cartoon or a movie, but a movie would be awesome, of Thundercats. Like a total reboot of Thundercats. They tried to do one in like 2010, which was okay. Batman Beyond voice, Boy Meets World guy, Will Friedle or Fred.
Yeah.
He was like the lead.
Hard to picture him as Lionel.
Yeah. But he has good voice work. So I think Thundercats would be a great TV show, like whether it's a Netflix thing. Like, I love the Voltron show they did on Netflix, so I think they could do something like that for Thundercats. I also would like to do a movie. However, I think it could look bad, like the movie Cats. Right?
Yeah.
That's
I think it
one
would
of
have to
those
be an animated movie, like the TMNT movie. There's like that 3D type graphics or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think you could cast a human and put him in a cat suit without
Yeah, you're
having
right.
the cat's references.
Yeah. I'd have to think about who I'd want to cast though. Probably, what's his name? The guy from Olympus Has Fallen.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah. I'm joking about Gerard Butler, but
That's like 20
I
years
bet
too
Alan.
late for him.
yeah, that's true.
What's the guy's name? Alan Richmond or Richson? He was
Rickman?
in.
He's dead.
Not
No.
that one.
The one that was in.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Hawk.
I want him to be Batman.
I don't want. Well, you know what? I would prefer him to be Batman over a lot of other people.
Yeah,
But I think he'd make a pretty good Lion too.
Yeah, he would.
Mhm.
I haven't seen this show Reacher, but he's supposedly
But good show.
yeah, supposedly he's really good in that.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I don't know. I kind of hope he's Batman.
So I don't know, because if they're talking about Batman, if they're going with the Brave and the Bold, he has to have Robin, which has to be Damian Wayne Robin for that series. And I don't know that he seems believable. As
He's old
somebody
enough.
who would have a 15-year-old kid.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, he probably does. I mean, I have a 16-year-old kid, so like,
We can tell.
just like, well, like I don't know. I think in Hollywood, they tend to lean. If somebody's got a kid, they tend to lean into older actors. I think.
But he's old
age.
though.
I think he's my age.
Yeah, almost 40, right?
I just aged better than he did, is all. I look a little bit better than he does.
Yeah, no doubt.
I carried it well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. With all that venison.
Clean living, baby.
No sweets.
The White Claw purified him, so
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's a lot of people pick on me, but I've not had a single kidney stone since I switched over to White Claw.
That endorsed right here by Unworthy.
You heard it here.
You're gonna start seeing Unworthy's photos on a White Claw can now.
I'm gonna start doing the commercials.
You should.
Welcome to A-Worthy Addiction.
Yeah, right.
He exhales his vapes all the time. That's what helps. Yeah, so Thundercats would be good, and yeah, and I want that guy. I want Reacher to be Batman. So
Okay.
You guys?
I always said I wanted a reboot of Jaws.
Oh yeah,
I've always wanted a reboot of Jaws. I think
the Meg. They tried to do that with the Meg, I guess.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I just want.
The thing is, the Meg's based on a book,
like a real book.
A real book that I read back in elementary.
Like of a real like. So tell me more. Like, is it a true story?
No, it's not a true story. It's just.
How bonkers would that be if it was a real story?
Yeah, I almost
basically, yeah, they were like the two Meg movies that came out. They were all based on books. I'm like, I mean, they were nothing like the books eventually, but yeah.
So it's about a megalodon shark, right?
Yeah,
as if it was still alive.
Basically,
which people have said that they've seen.
Yeah, but I don't know. The ocean is such a scary freaking place that like I would not be confused. I would not be surprised of anything. They could tell me anything's down there, and I'd be like, I believe it. That's why you don't see me going on no cruises. You don't see me going near the beach. Forget that bullshit.
I hate going to the ocean, like beach. I'm always like, all right, don't go above your knees because you don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I was at a beach, my brother got stung by a jellyfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, like he was this was a long time ago. This will show you how long ago I was at a beach. I must have been like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old when I
went to the wow, beach last a long time ago.
I don't like the ocean. I don't like the beach at all. But he got stung by a jellyfish on his foot. And my mom like swore up and down, you gotta pee to relieve it.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, we don't gotta go. We don't gotta go. And I was like, it's my little brother. I was like, I got this. So I gotta go.
Did that really work? Like, does that help?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't pee on his foot. I just pissed all over him. And my mom's like, you gotta pee where he got stung. And I was like, oh, sorry. I'm all tapped out now. I don't
Well, he didn't tell me that.
It's like right here. No, that's the wrong spot.
And then she's like, go in the water and rinse off. He's like, I'm not going in the water. That's where the jellyfish is.
Vicious cycle.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Jaws would be a good one.
Yeah, no, I would want. Well, I would want Steven Spielberg to kind of like be a part of it. He needs to be a part of it. And then, as far as casting is concerned, I gotta have a good Quint. It has to be a good actor. Like Quint has to be a great actor. Elderly guy. I would say Willem Dafoe, just because I watched The Lighthouse with him and
you want them
Robert
real
Pattinson.
old. Okay.
No, it has to be like for that character, it has to be like for Brody. I'll be okay for like if they did the I always said if they did Chris Pratt as Brody, I'd be okay with it. And if they did what's the guy's name from RoboCop, the reboot? He plays Flag, Rick Flag.
Yeah.
Joel Kinnaman.
If he played Sheriff Brody would be good. And as far as like the doctor, the other guy that comes in the movie, that could be like, I would cast somebody funny because I don't know. I feel like Jaws kind of had that horror aspect, but it kind of had that humor too. So I probably would go with like I don't know. Well, he's not big anymore. He used to be in Superbad. What's his name? Jonas.
Michael
something
Cera?
like No, something Jonas.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Yeah,
Well,
I would cast him.
I could get on board Michael Cera though.
Yeah, Michael Cera would be good.
Yeah, I would definitely want that. And like I would want them to keep the whole like it's a shark, but I want them to keep that element where you don't see it. You just see like the camera kind of like
What if they just changed it to a different animal?
right. It's a beaver the whole time.
Those saltwater beavers will get you.
It was one of those Komodo dragons the whole entire movie. No, I think they would do great with the CG. I know Bill hates when I bring this up, when I bring up Jaws, because Jaws is his favorite movie. He loves Jaws, but he freaking hates it. He says I think it's because of the speech Quint says in the movie. It's something about the SS whatever. There's a famous speech in that movie.
Yeah, that would be a great, like if they did something connected to Jaws, that story there would be a.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I think Jaws would definitely be a movie. I've always said Jaws is the movie that I want to be rebooted. Like everything else, don't touch. It's just kind of, with the CG now and the special effects now, I think it would work. I mean, the Meg kind of looked good. I think they'll do a good job. You just add Steven Spielberg to it. It'll be great.
I've not seen the Meg.
I haven't seen the Meg either. I want to.
They're fun. Like
yeah.
Absolutely trash, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 looks totally ridiculous.
No, 2 had like everything. 2 had kaijus. Like it had.
It was like
Jurassic. It was Jurassic Park, the Meg, Transformers, and like Fast and the Furious all in one movie.
Yes, Jason Statham.
What the hell am I watching here?
I love Jason Statham, so it's funny that I haven't seen these movies. But my daughter was telling me about number 2, and then she put it on there, and the guy went down in the suit, and I have no context of the first one. I haven't seen anything of the first one, so like this is the first I'm seeing it, and the guy goes down, and it's a big robot suit, and I was like, "Is this Pacific Rim?" And she's like, "No, it's the Meg 2," and I was like, why is there a robot, man? And she goes, there's dinosaurs too. And I was like, all right,
what the hell?
I'm going to go play with my toys.
Like that.
Because this is ridiculous.
this is ridiculous. I'm going to go play with my McFarlane figures now.
No, that movie, I don't know. It was like I agree with Clint. It's like a real shitty, fun movie to watch. Like if you don't watch it just to have fun, sharks, big sharks.
Guilty pleasure. I have a movie that I'll watch anytime it's on, is Fast and Furious 3 Tokyo Drift.
I love Tokyo Drift and just the first one. That's where I stopped. The
Yeah,
first movie and Tokyo Drift, and then I don't watch any of them.
Tokyo Drift is so good. Like I'll watch it all the time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any
Yeah.
of those either since Too Fast, Too Furious. That was the last one I watched.
Which is that the second one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you watched Tokyo Drift?
No.
Oh, you should watch. Yeah, okay, you should watch that. I think you'd like that.
I'm not a car guy.
Neither am I.
So when like they started getting into like they're jumping cars off fucking buildings
Another
and
one.
stuff, I was like, what is this? What?
It's cool. I mean, it's like it's bad, but it's so bad it's good. That's why I like it. I just yeah. I'm sure when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "What is Chris talking about? This is such shit." But it's pretty good. Clint, Unworthy. Do you guys have any shows that you thought?
I don't have any shows, but instantly I
Or
had a few
movies?
movies that came to mind. I'm a big Wizard of Oz guy, so like I've been wanting to see a good Wizard of Oz reboot, but I think that might be a little too on the nose. And then I was like, Green Lantern would be another one,
Mhm.
that deserves one. But there's a show that's going to be coming out, and you're going to be seeing some Green Lantern movies
That's
in
true.
the future. So I think mine would have to be of The Abyss. I would love to see a
Oh
remake of The
yeah,
Abyss.
Mm.
great
With
idea.
the technology that we have now with the special effects, I think they could pretty much do that entire movie the exact same way, scene for scene, just with the new effects and special effects and all that stuff. So I think that would be one that I would really like to see. Even though I hate the ocean and I'm terrified of it, which is this movie is probably part of the reason. Um, I would love to see that movie get remade.
Did you ever see? It was a. I want to say. I want to say it was like a mini series of Wizard of Oz, and I want to say who's the girl from New Girl?
Yeah, Zoe
Oh,
Deschanel.
Was
Yeah,
she
Tin Man.
Dorothy? She was,
uh, no, she was
oh, Tin Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, she was in that one. There was
Hmm.
there was one with her in it, and it had I always forget that weird dude from the
Alan Cumming.
Spy Kids movies,
Alan
and
Cumming.
he
Alan
was
Cumming.
Nightcrawler. He was the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Yeah,
Um,
and who was the guy? Who was the Tin Man? He was this.
The
it
guy from
was the
Jurassic Park.
Was he Jurassic Park?
Sam
no
Neill.
he no. It was
No, it was
I can never think of his name, but he was in Walking Tall. He was the bad guy, the casino owner from Walking
okay.
Tall. And then he was also in Captain America. He was one of the Howling Commandos.
Oh, you were
Neil
talking about
McDonough.
yeah.
He was
Oh.
also wasn't he M Bison in the Chung Li movie or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever replace what is it, Raul Julia for Bison. He is the
Yeah.
best.
There was a show that came out. This was just pretty recently, actually. It was I think it was a Fox show. It was Wizard of Oz.
Mhm.
I can't
It was
remember.
NBC.
Wasn't yeah? I don't remember who what the name of the show was. But
Emerald City, I think.
yeah, Emerald City, and the guy that plays Kingpin, he was the wizard.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio, yeah.
And that was actually a really good show. But then they canceled it after the first season because it didn't like receive well. But
Mhm.
I loved it. It was like a really nice, grittier, darker retelling of the original story, like revisiting the original story.
Mm.
Hmm.
The design of it was freaking cool too.
Yeah,
Like the costumes and everything.
the Munchkin Landers, they weren't actually Munchkins. They were like kind of like Viking warriors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a really good show. The Wicked Witch, oh man, the Wicked Witch, the chick that played her, oh man, she was sexy.
What was the show? What was the show called again?
Emerald
Emerald
City.
City.
Emerald City. Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember that.
There was only the one season, and like it's kind of a shame because they had so much to work with because they brought in like Tip and they were going to do the pumpkin Jack Pumpkinhead, like Mombi was in it. It was like these were big pivotal parts in the books that never really translated into movies. So
Mhm.
like to see them come to life on the show, it was like really gratifying. But like I found out about this show way after it was canceled, so I was like watching the first season, going like, I can't wait for the second season. And I'm googling it, I was like, oh man, this was like 2 years ago, and they already canceled it.
I mean, you have Wicked coming out next year. So.
That's gonna be good too. Yeah,
Is Wicked a show or is it
based
the
on
It's
the
a
Broadway show?
musical.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
movie based on the musical. Yeah.
Okay, so it is based on
I've seen
musical. Yeah.
that musical is like seen that musical several times. I love
Oh,
it.
really? Okay. Oh, interesting. So okay, so they're doing the movie mock-up of that one.
Yeah, they're
Who's
splitting
in-
it into two.
I think
The what?
Danny sent me the
Two? Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're splitting it in half. So
Oh, interesting.
Danny, was it you that sent me the trailer for the horror movie that was based on Wizard of Oz called Gale?
I think so. It might have
Yeah.
been.
My wife and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh man, we gotta watch this when it comes out." But then it's like that came out 2 years ago too, and you can only watch it on like
was
one
it
platform.
Gail or was it Pearl?
No, it was called Gale.
Because Pearl has a couple of scenes where it's like she kills the scarecrow. It's like there's like I don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
spoil the
No,
movie.
this was
It's weird.
like the trailer for Gale. It starts out with it's not Dorothy, but it's this like young girl, and she's going to visit. She finds out she's got this relative that's in like a senile old lady crazy
Yeah.
home, and she goes and sees her, and it's Dorothy, and
Oh.
Dorothy's like telling her all these crazy stories, and then she just like Dorothy goes crazy, and like it kind of sets up the whole trailer sets it up as like Dorothy is now
Yeah.
insane, and she's got like wicked powers, and like
Yeah.
it's like a horror
Yeah.
movie. It's not
What,
too
that's a
much
good.
based on.
That's the only thing I will say. What is up with these like companies making all these like movies like Wizard of Oz because they're making a Bambi horror movie.
They do.
copyright expiration.
Public
Fucking
domain now.
fucking Bambi. Then they have another
Winnie the Pooh?
another Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
Like I wouldn't be
bother.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised like in years down the line. They were like, all right, guys, we're gonna have a horror movie with Lilo and Stitch.
We have
That
to
would
wait
actually be a good horror movie.
We have
I-
to wait 80 or 90 years after its original publication before it enters public domain.
Damn.
So is
So-
that what happened with those?
That's what's happening with those, Mickey Mouse, and then in a couple.
Oh
of
yeah,
years,
Mickey Mouse is another one. Mickey Mouse is a movie that's getting like
Superman's
made into
coming up too.
yeah,
Superman?
like a lot of horror. I mean, I've seen
well,
already.
they
like,
did. What's it called?
Brightburn. Brightburn was already,
But they can
Kind of.
actually call him Superman.
Oh, they can.
I think when that stuff happens though, you got to really when those sort of properties come up to public domain and like people can buy them. You got to realize the people who already own them, they're going to have deep enough pockets. It doesn't matter who ends up with it; it's going to go back to like when
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse
absolutely.
goes public domain. Whoever gets lucky and buys it, like if the clock expires and buys it,
They
Disney
can't
is
buy
going
it.
to
Though,
own
that's
them
the thing.
next day.
Like no one can buy it at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to see a horror movie based on Monsters Inc. or Toy Story.
It could work. That could work.
Monsters Inc. would be
Actually,
good.
That could work.
Monsters Inc. would be really good. You imagine just like a scary movie.
That would be
where,
a good live action.
kids are missing because monsters are eating the kids and taking them away. I don't want to say that loud before one of my kids hear me. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know.
So
what about you?
Story anyway.
A couple off my top of my head are Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
We haven't gotten a. I mean,
We've
we
never
have-
gotten.
There's never been a good movie.
Yeah,
No.
like the first one was too stupid, and then the most recent one was too serious.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're long overdue for that. Another one would be Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
But
Didn't we talk about why we haven't
there's
seen it? Why
Like,
haven't we seen a reboot?
There,
copyright.
it's like
Copyright?
mhm. Like laws, like they had an agreement now, but like it's not like officially set because it's like the rights went back to the actual writer. It didn't go back to the, so there was this big, that's why you haven't seen anything. But they're allowing, like there's supposed to be a Crystal Lake show.
Mm-hmm.
So they're allowed that. So I think they're allowing certain things until like that's all settled. That's why you won't see it. But I agree. I think I would love to see a reboot of the original Friday the 13th movie.
Because I thought the last one we got, the 2009 one, I thought it was a pretty solid.
Amazing. It's amazing. It was a great movie.
So,
I think that I love the fact that they were able to squeeze in 1, 2, and 3 within one movie and make it a solid story.
But yeah, like paying enough homage without necessarily tarnishing. Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have to, like I feel like in some movies you don't have to tell me the origin story all the time. Like I don't need to have an origin story all the time. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of like gave you a little bit of what happened in the beginning, showed you how he had the sack over his head, but then also went and transitioned into the hockey mask. And but also two added elements on how like he ends up in one side of the woods and the others because he was building fucking tunnels. Like he was doing tunnels and appearing everywhere. So he had traps for people. So doing that and showing you the how smart he was, like how much he adapted to the environment where he was able to survive in the environment. So he was able to set traps and stuff like he would do animals because how else would he was going to eat? So it was really good. Like I enjoyed that. I agree with Clint. I'm with you. Friday the 13th.
So who would you cast as like the main cast? But if you're talking like the original, so like Jason wouldn't even be in it, right?
Yeah. Who would you cast, Clint?
Sarah Paulson, why not as Jason's mom?
I can get behind that. That's good.
Yeah. But after that, who cares as long as
they're all gonna die.
Exactly.
Michael Cera. Those are good movies. I think those are. Jaws would be definitely one that I'm surprised they haven't done, but I guess they did the Meg.
I vehemently disagree with Danny on this. We don't need another Jaws.
Fair.
They tried 3 times to make Jaws work again. Second one was good. The
Second
other
one was
two
good.
were the worst abominations.
There was a 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
there was a 4.
After the first one, they're like all bad.
I actually watched the second one way more than I watched the first one.
2 was on a lot on TV, and I ended up watching that one a lot when I was little.
They usually play them backwards. They'll give you like 3, 2, and then they're like, "All right, we watched the shitty ones. Let's watch the first one now."
Yeah.
But the first one, I like the first one. Like I really couldn't get into like the other ones.
Yeah.
I think for a sequel, the second one's actually pretty decent. Like,
yeah,
it was a little too influenced by other horror movies, like teenagers but I thought it's, especially when you get into the final sequences, those are very exciting.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't really care for the Jaws movies. Anyway,
I mean, I could see that too.
I maybe because I knew it was a shark.
I think if they were gonna make, honestly, I think the best time that they should have made a Jaws movie reboot should have been when they started making rebooting a lot of the horror movies, because they started with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was great. The reboot that kind of catapulted some of the reboots. They all weren't great because the Nightmare on Elm Street was whack.
Was the reboot one from?
Oh, which one?
He muted himself. You muted yourself.
You're muted.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Was that zombie?
No. It was. I don't know who the director was, but I know the girl from from
Jessica
Blade 3
Biel.
was in it. Yes, she was in it.
Yeah, Jessica Biel.
She was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was in it. So that one set off the kind of the reboots. It was a success. It did well. So it kind of set off for them bringing back a lot of like the classic horror movie people. So that's when Rob Zombie did his, and then they did the 2009 Friday. I feel like had they did the Jaws movie around that time, it probably could have worked because people would have. But even now, I'm saying it now because I think the CG with the CGI and everything, I think it could work. I think but just have Steven Spielberg be a part of it. He needs to like have something involved.
The only thing I'll disagree with you on that is I don't think the Nightmare on Elm Street was whack. It was extremely uncomfortable to watch.
It
though.
was
we all knew Freddy was a touchy guy, but like they really, really leaned into it. Like there was a lot of uncomfortable scenes. Like I was watching it with my wife, and I was like, "Ooh." My wife says, "Oh, I didn't know that Freddy Krueger was a pedo," and it's like, yeah, that's Freddy Krueger's thing. Like it's very, very heavily suggested all the time. But this, they really, really leaned into.
Well, that's
It
where
made it
it hurts.
uncomfortable.
That's where it hurts the movie. Where back then in the other movies they showed you hints of it, but they never told you. This movie they focused too much on that, and that's what.
Yeah,
That's what
they
honestly.
made
That's
it
what
driving
didn't like
point.
it. Like you couldn't enjoy it anymore. Like it was like it became like too uncomfortable, especially for a character where you kind of didn't want to hear, like especially already established characters. Like had it been like a movie already that's a brand new movie, a brand new person, then that's different. But if it's already an established character and all you've given me years is you giving me hints, but you never told me, this one just focused too much on it, and it kind of was just like,
And you really haven't seen the dude there, Haley, that played Freddy. You really haven't really seen him in a lot. Like he kind of got typecasted in a bad way because
yeah,
he did a few characters like that, and like you don't really see him in a lot of stuff now.
He wasn't the guy who played Rorschach, right?
He was.
yeah, he was.
Oh, that was him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did another movie before that where he was also
It's kind of like the guy that
a
does
touchy guy.
yeah. What's the guy's name that plays in the Lovely Bones? He was the bad guy.
Stanley Tucci.
He cannot
Stanley
there have been interviews where he's like he cannot watch the movie. He cannot let his kids watch the movie. Like he was like really uncomfortable. Like some people kind of like again, that's a movie that kind of like, all right, he played the character, whether he didn't like to play the character, whatever. See, Freddy was already an established character. So again, I hear the hints, but like when they focus too much and put that in there, and it kind of like it was just like it kind of just again, it's a reboot, and I understand they went with that route, but it kind of was just like
The scene where he gets real close to the main character there, and he goes,
yeah,
"Oh, you smell different." And I was like, "Ooh, okay."
yeah,
All right,
like stuff like that. Like you didn't
I'm
get
uncomfortable.
you got like stuff phrases like that in the older movies, but again, you didn't think. Again, you had hints, but you never they never really told you and explained like photos and stuff like that. They didn't do that. So I don't know. That's kind of what kind of drew me off, and I was like,
Yeah,
not my movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Hellraiser though, that remake, that reboot
That's a
remake,
great
that
movie.
was
I enjoyed it.
incredible.
is that the one that just came out?
Yeah, on
Yeah,
Hulu.
last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good
Well done.
movie.
Really well done. Definitely a really well done movie. Like I love how they like explored it and like kind of like they just like it changed it, but it was a nice introduction for people who don't know Hellraiser. It was really nice.
I like how it leaned more into the books because like the Hellraiser movie, Pinhead was never like the main
Right
focus
back,
of the
guys.
Hellraiser books.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Lemarchand configuration, and Pinhead was kind of just like a supporting character in the books originally,
Yeah.
and then as the movies got wicked popular,
Yeah.
they started putting him more into it. I like seeing how there's the different configurations, the different types of torture that goes with it, and the different entities that come from each configuration. I thought that was a really good, really well done reboot.
Yeah.
I will say I felt like it pulled its punches a little bit, but like but over compared to like the original two, but like overall like the design of it, the cinematography, all fantastic. The
Yeah.
Cenobites were amazing.
Yeah.
I just felt like in certain aspects, I thought it could have gone harder with the twistedness, but
Yeah.
still a great
Yeah.
read.
I think Hulu definitely tried to church it up a little bit and not have
Yeah.
such a gory presentation, but I think it despite the lack of gore, I mean, I think it still drove home that it was a Hellraiser
Yeah.
Hellraiser franchise. You know,
Definitely gonna be watching that tonight. I totally forgot about it.
I can't think of what the actress's name is that played Pinhead. I remember
Jamie Clayton.
and so many people getting so mad about a woman being cast as Pinhead. It's like, well, read the books. You never, Pinhead is kind of ambiguous. Like, there's nobody knows what gender Pinhead is.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
comic books depicted him as a man.
Yeah.
Use your imagination.
They just have to have that presence of him. They don't have to actually be, yeah. And I
Pinhead,
thought
it could be.
You can
Pinhead.
play Pinhead, Danny.
I can, and I should. I'm gonna get pins, and I'm just gonna.
You just can't wear your hat. You just
Nah,
can't
I'm
wear
gonna be like this.
your that one or your Jurassic Park hat.
they'll just call you
Just won't go
Pincushion.
on.
Put just a bunch of pins everywhere. You opened the box and we came. I love meeting Doug Bradley was such a I remember I called you that time Unworthy. Meeting Doug Bradley was such a fun thing because I met him. And I'm like, he was like, what do you want me to sign? I was like, just put to Danny on my box. And then when he look at the box, he says, to Danny, Doug Bradley, and in the comments he puts, I'll see you in hell. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. But he was such a nice guy, like really laid back. He had his little wine. Everybody was had their waters and their coffees. He had his little wine glass and it was on a little coaster next to him. And he's just sitting there with his rings. He had his hands full of rings. I'm like, this fucking guy. He's really playing the part. He was really cool though. He was dope.
I'd like to meet. He's on my short. I don't really care too much about meeting celebrities, but he's one that I would like to meet.
Definitely. Hopefully he come back to because he showed up at the that was Jersey. So hopefully he comes back. If he comes back, I'll definitely let you know. It'll be nice. These guys, a lot of the, you know who was there? Gary Busey. Gary Busey was there. He's batshit crazy, dude. That fucking guy. But I love Gary Busey. Only reason I love Gary Busey so much is because I'm a big fan of Silver Bullet. I loved him as the uncle in Silver Bullet. That's one of my top horror movies, not top horror movies, but maybe my Stephen King top horror movies. Silver Bullet was one of them.
Yeah, Silver Bullet was my favorite werewolf. Is my favorite werewolf movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
And then you have I love Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary messes me up every time I see it.
Yeah,
the reboot, and the old one. I can never watch either. That whole truck scene is just every time I watch it, I'm hugging the kids after the movie's over. I'm hugging them. I'm I would jump in front of that truck always.
Danny's hugging his kids. He's like, I know I told you to piss off and you annoy me just before I watch this movie, but I love you so much.
I'll jump in front of the truck. Just bury me at the Pet Cemetery. I'll come back as maybe a more nicer dad, hopefully.
Most likely not.
Stephen King has a way with that because Cujo and The Mist really
yes,
the books and the movie adaptations both they mess me up each time. It makes me hug my kids even tighter.
Yeah. He's All right, guys.
He's fuck this.
Hey man.
Hey man, you know.
Hey man. I don't know how to segue it. I said we'd make a tighter show tonight because we're doing the movie. And I want to respect your time, and I've had some interruptions. Gotta make sure my kids can go to sleep.
No big deal.
Totally understand.
But plugs, Clintastic, you got none, but go follow Clintastic. Go rewatch Clintastic and A Worthy Addiction from last week for the roast because that's some of the best stuff.
Yeah, and
But
then write us, send us the emails, comments, all of that stuff, saying how Clint should be on the show more often. He
Yeah,
hates to be on the show, but he
he
should
should
be
be
on
a
like every episode.
he should be one of the hosts of the show. It should, right? I agree. Should be
He
a
won't. He
host.
won't do it if we tell him. But like, if enough of you fans make enough noise, maybe he'll
No,
consider it.
Plural?
I think Clint, maybe not as a like I think Clint as a, I don't want to say regular, but like someone who, a reoccurring guest is probably the right way to say it, because
So basically, what it already is now.
Yeah, but
well,
like
no,
reoccurring like
like
every other week.
every other week. Yeah, exactly.
I'm on there
Yeah.
at least twice a month.
You are.
Yeah.
We need you more. We need more. We need to like revisit your contract. We need to get you back up there
Yeah.
a little more.
Our PR agent's really slacking. With
You know what it
this
is?
stuff.
I think at least one show a month where Clint is hosting.
He's the host, and we're just the lackeys in the back.
Yeah, a Clint takeover.
That show would be over
This
at
just sounds like
9:30.
work.
Yeah, I mean,
We
honestly,
start at 9. We don't even get into the main topic, and Clint's like, "Well, that's about enough of this bullshit."
Oh, man.
what about you guys? What do you guys got going on this week?
A Worthy Addiction, 9 p.m. Eastern time, every Thursday at 9 p.m. And yes, listen to Toy Father. Watch our roast episode. It was amazing. Clintastic was an amazing roast master. We had a lot of great people come on and basically say beautiful things about us. You should definitely check those out. For this Thursday, we have food stamps. So food stamps is I'm looking at his page now. He is an illustrator, toy maker, and an artist. So he does his own comic books.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, he has a great selection of stuff that he has. If you don't follow him, go check his stuff out. A lot of like statues, figures. He's been working on a comic. He has a clothing line. So definitely check him out. We're gonna have him on this Thursday and just get to know him, get to know his work, and introduce him to you guys. So we're excited about that. And then February we have a couple of people coming up for February, but as for now,
I think the week after we got the Crimson Bat Comic Studios,
comics,
the artist and the writer, they're going to come on talk about the terrifying Crimson Bat comics. So.
Yep,
that's cool.
Which has been great. I got an issue from them, and
it's really
that
good.
first issue is so good. It's so fun. It's definitely like, yeah, I'm excited. So that's about it. Other than that, we got stuff planned out, and we go as
we make plans and then we don't usually follow the plans. We just run roughshod wherever we go.
Yeah. So, but other than that, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yep.
TPC with the Toy Daddies on Wednesday. We got Sergeant Bananas hanging with us.
Sergeant Bananas.
Yeah, check out last week's episode with Mitchell Wu. That was a lot of fun. He's a really just cool guy. Good hang.
Love Mitchell Wu, man.
Yeah. And looking forward for his nephew, Sergeant Bananas, this week. So
cool.
Hey guys.
Hey,
thanks a lot for hanging.
Monday,
yeah, this is always just good hang. I like hanging with you guys. And so we're not meeting next week, but February it'll be Daredevil.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a Valentine's Day special of The Notebook.
Yeah.
And we're still thinking about, I have in my notes that we're gonna come March, I believe, we're gonna do our movie awards of what we've reviewed so far. Some categories. One of my categories is which movie did Danny not score a 5 or a 3.5 on?
Well, I have for the time frame and the long ass fucking movie that Pearl Harbor is, I was definitely gonna give Pearl Harbor a 3. It was gonna get a 3 today. So
3. I was gonna give it a 0.
I was gonna give it a 3.
Oh man, that's funny.
We need to act. We definitely need to act out some scenes from some of the past movies we did.
Yes, for the show.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Clint, I
Great
called dibs with Clint for Death Becomes Her. He's going to be my
Yes,
acting
I already
partner.
know what scene.
All right, that's great. I love that. Maybe we'll talk about that more. Maybe we all pick a few scenes, and I'll pick a few extra scenes just in case.
Mhm.
From some of our favorite movies that we've done. That's actually a great idea. Love that idea.
Yes, yes.
Um,
boy.
and everyone in the chat, thanks so much for hanging out and just hanging out with us and talking movies, talking Godzilla, talking all the stuff. And we'll see you next in 2 weeks for another episode of Toy Talk.